Howdy folks, how you going? Late Sunday afternoon, last Sunday of September, and I get down there, you see this video just a little bit later than that. Again, this is part of me being away in Wollongong, getting some videos done ahead of time. What I'm doing, part of the changes around the beers and reviews and stuff, and I've got to changing the whole layout of the fridges and whatnot. So I'm actually, I've cancelled my beer membership monthly club, and I'm picking the beers by hand and doing a little bit of different stuff with the beers that I'm getting. So I'm changing some of the angles I'm coming at with the videos. So before we get fully into this, big thumbs up and a shout out to all Little John's Patreons. New Patreon, I think he jumped on just yesterday. And again, this is yesterday today, so we're talking probably about 2 weeks ago. David Hall, I think it's David Hall. Mate, welcome aboard. If I haven't got your name quite right, I said I've only seen the notification. I haven't had a chance to really look at the Patreon page. So that's just off the top of my head. But cheers mate, welcome aboard. If you're interested in Patreon, hit the link down below, have a look. Might be just the kind of thing you're after. If not, hit the subscribe button, just be a subscriber so you get notified when the videos are up. And either way, if you like what Little John does, I mean, you're here, probably a fair chance you do, hit the thumbs up down there as well. Give us a like. But anyway, as I said, I think everyone's a bit over, doesn't want to sit down and see me regularly drinking beers, random beers, and drinking them and sort of describing them. I think that's a bit it's a bit ostentatious, especially in this fucking day and age. There's so many different beers and stuff, and gone are the days when realistically I could do a review on a beer and you could go out and buy it in your local bottle shop and try it out because I said it was alright, or avoid it. It's so many beers are turning over so regularly, it's actually difficult to get, for me particularly up here where I'm not accessing good bottle shops regularly. It's hard for me to get a beer and review it in a time frame that means that you guys at home might even be able to go and get it. Some of these beers are only around for 6 weeks at a go, and breweries have moved on. So in light of my new buying process and going through, because what I'll be doing is looking to get just be buying little, probably 4 packs or 6 packs from different breweries. And what I've been doing as part of that process is, instead of just going through and where I've normally gone to, like a beer club, like Craft Cartel or Beer Cartel or Beer Drop, Fresh Hops, whoever there's lots of them out there, and just randomly picking beers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and just buying 4s and 6 packs, or mixed packs from just different breweries. So I actually go directly to the brewery and buy their beers. So, so that's going to keep me with a constant supply of different beer coming into the fridge, and hopefully gives me a chance to look at some of the breweries and some of the beers that are out there in different ways. Just like recently with the Noodle Duff, I've restocked the fridge at the moment. If everyone's watching me live, I've gone through, I've bought a lot of beers. A carton which was basically all the cheapest beers that you could buy from Craft Cartel, and they just said to help fill the fridge. But then I'm getting not cartons, but 6 packs or 4 packs of other stuff. At the moment I bought a few things which I know I'm going to like, and I'll keep doing that. Some of those sort of almost the staple beers, but I'll be trying different breweries. So I'm looking at things on Facebook, posts on Facebook, and seeing different breweries and going, okay, I'm going to try that, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that one. So with that in mind, what I'm going to look at each month is at the end of the month, I'm going to sit down and just look at maybe 2 or 3 of the beers or a brewery that during the month has stood out and I've found to be worthy of relaying to you guys at home. Given this has only really just started and I haven't got a lot of newer stuff in the fridge, it's most of the stuff in the fridge is stuff that I know is solid and I've just put it there, and that's to build on. So in that vein, this is what I'm drinking today. As I said, what I was looking at, was like basically, the best beer, the beer of the month, the best beer I've had for that month. And with all the things going on at the moment, this is probably it at the moment. Piggy juice. I haven't had a Piggy juice for a long time, but like I said, the stack in the fridge, I went and bought 4 the other day. Today's the first one I've cracked. And I like this as the first time I've ever drunk it. It's a really tasty beer, yet it's still approachable. It's almost for me, it's that beer that you take someone who's done a little bit of experimenting in the craft beer, ready to take it, sort of another step, but you don't want to completely freak them out with anything real big. And I found that like the Piggy would be perfectly that kind of beer, but it's also a great beer for a regular, seasoned drinker. It's got plenty of flavour. It's nice. It's malty, but it's not over the top. It's got some bloody got some strength about it. I can't pretty sure that's 8% alcohol. So it's a decent solid beer, but it's good drinking. So today, it's like going, okay, it's about, okay, sometimes you just need to go back to a classic, back to that beer, back to those solid beers that you know that you can rely on, that you know no matter what else is going on in the beer world, you know you're going to grab one of those and you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a good beer. And that's one of them. And along those lines is this fella. This is another beer I grabbed just recently, and for the same reasons. Great beer. I know what it is. I know what I'm getting with it. Can't go wrong, and that's this fella. Black hops, goat, hazy IPA. Again, it's just a bloody good solid beer. Hazy IPA. It's they don't bloody. They're not a NEPA. It's got that bloody haze and whatnot, and but it's just a beer you can rely on. And if you've not tried, if you've not had the goat, get your bottle shop and get yourself some. Woolworths, BWS, stock the well, not the whole black hops range, but the more accessible stuff. The goat, the Hornet, pale ale. That's what all ours has got, but I think you can probably maybe get a little bit extra depending if you go to a bigger BWS. But again, this is just a good, solid beer. It's not screaming out. It's not bloody. It's not overly hoppy. It's not big fucking juice bomb. But there's nice flavours, there's malt, there's all that stuff going on. So that's it. At the moment, of the few beers I've had during the month, these two, even even with being well known and what I'm used to and knowing what they were, it stood out above what I've had this month. Can't say that any of the commercials that I've had have been bad. There's certainly none I'd sort of point away from. Not entirely true. I did have an Iron Rails, which was an Aldi beer. Yesterday was given to me a while back from by Mullows over there in Cowra. I drank it last night, well, yesterday afternoon while doing a live. It was pretty ordinary. It was a bit like an extract home brew. But other than that, I haven't drank any real nasty beers. So that's what I'm looking at going forward. So as I said, right now you see this is fairly well into October. So the end of October, same thing, I'll sit down, I'll go through, I'll look at bloody, you know, a beer or two that stood out, whether because they're good or whether because they're bad. And yeah, maybe a brewery that's, yeah, a particular brewer that's stood out that I've tried that month. So that's what we're going to get going forward from month to month. So there'll be less of the actual sit down full review beers videos. So I'm hoping that'll work out all right for everybody. And I'm hoping it'll actually give me a little bit more time to actually sit down and just enjoy the beers instead of, you know, worrying too much about bloody reviewing every, you know, almost, yeah, pretty much every other beer I'm drinking. So that's all good. So that's where we are. So guys, in light of where I'm going, have you got a local brewery that's not particularly well known? Is there a particular brewery that you buy from a local supplier or whatnot you can get off? Again, maybe it's not, you know, mainstream, but yeah, knock out really good beers. If there are, let me know in the comments. Point me in some directions, some places I can go where I can look for some beers. And I don't want to get the, you know, Mountain Culture or fucking Dayton or Mr. Banks. Not the big guys. I'm talking, you know, the unusuals, the smaller fellas that, you know, aren't getting all the media attention. So yeah, that's it. So that's me. I'm wrapping up. I said Sunday afternoon. Better get organised. Heading to Wollongong in the morning. So the next couple of weeks are all up until this point have all been pre-recorded. So video after today should be me hoping things back to normal. I'm expecting. We'll see. But anyway, so guys, again, thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. Until I see you again, we're brewing beer, drinking beer or talking beer. Good brewing.